Hi, I'm Craig Birch here at Manders Real Estate headquarters on the Compton Road in the heart of Wolverhampton. Not top tips this week, we had top tips last week. It's 5 costs to take into account from a mortgage. 5 costs not including your mortgage before you step through the doors of your property. If you're a first time buyer, if you're a second stepper or something like that, you tend to know what to expect. This all sort of evolved from Property Clinic this week. Someone wrote into us and asked us, they had a certain set amount of money, they couldn't go any higher than that, they wouldn't know how best to get on the property ladder, how best to get their money moving for them. We had to sort of run through the costs of what people don't normally take into account, why people tend to overspend and find themselves in a little bit of debt after moving into a house. It always costs money, everything costs money in this life, as we all know, but if you take heed of these 5 pointers, you might just be a little bit more well prepared about some of the costs that can be factored into a mortgage that not everybody thinks about, not everybody knows about, I guess. If you don't do it before, then why would you? Let's fly straight through them then. Number 1, the lender's valuation. A lender will go out and do their own valuation of the property you've agreed to buy, and more often than not, it will cost you. This is so the lender knows that you maybe not get taken for a ride. They want to see their money get put to good use as well. But if they go do a valuation, unless it's among your terms somewhere that they're not charging you for it, it's going to come out of your pocket. Do factor that one into it. Number 2, your own survey. This is certainly a good idea. I mean, you'd advise everybody to go to a property and have a thorough survey, have all the wiring checked, have all the walls checked, check for sustenance, all of these things really, because if you don't, and it's picked up by the lender's valuation, then your mortgage application is likely to get tossed straight out of the door, and you'll either have to find a new property and start the whole process again, which is going to incur even more costs. So better safe than sorry. Look into it, see how much it costs. There's no hard and fast rules to any of these really. They cost what they cost, but be aware of them because they're normally hundreds of pounds. Number 3, conveyancing, the legal process of transferring one property to another. With almost all mortgage applications, you need a conveyancer. They won't let you do it on your own. Check with your mortgage provider, but doing your own conveyancing or doing conveyancing for a non-qualified party is a long and laborious process. Go and find someone who knows what they're doing, because you'll have enough hassle already getting the mortgage over the line. Number 4, local authority searches. This is normally something done by your conveyancer, but do check with the conveyancer that it's among your costs, it's not an added cost. All it basically is the conveyancing solicitor going to the local authority, paying for a search, seeing what the local authority have on that property, and normally around about the time when the sale agreement comes in, that search is conducted. It can't be done before. Then we start talking about the deeds and things like that. But a local authority search is something to be aware of. So if you haven't got a conveyancer, check that if you need to do it, and if not, check with your conveyancer that they've got the matter in hand as well, because again, it's a better safe than sorry scenario. Number 5, home insurance. Home insurance stops becoming optional when you get a mortgage. A mortgage lender will insist that you have correct insurances for the property that you're using their money to buy. They will insist. It may not just be home insurance either, it can be life insurance, it can be all sorts of insurances. Check the terms of your agreement, go and ask your mortgage lender, what insurances do I need? Go out there, do a price comparison perhaps, look through all the things that you need to, and then pick the policy that's right for you, get it done as quickly as possible, get it all sorted, and then the day you move in, that's all sorted, and the day you move in, it'll be a very happy day indeed, with all of this sorted, all of this in line, and hopefully it's just a yearly or annual renewal every year, then it's sorted. I'm Craig Birch, we'll see you next week.